Alright, hi guys, welcome back to PKFX YouTube trading channel. So this will be a very quick trade update on two trades that I have already entered. That will be NZDUSD as well as gold. So I've entered for a sell for both of it, and I'd like to just capture the reason behind this. So starting off with New Zealand dollar, US dollars, right? So NZDUSD, as you know, we have already done the analysis for the week, and the weekly, this is the lower low and this is the lower high. So weekly was a sell, daily was a buy, right? The market rallied all the way up to here, but we saw this particular pattern. Instead of creating like a bull flag to continue to pump towards the upside, it kind of curved and fell towards the downside, breaking below the daily EMA, and then it came back up and closed right below the daily EMA over here. So this indicated to me that the market uptrend rally started to become weak, and most probably it's going to fall towards the downside. And if we go to the 4-hour candlestick, the 4-hour candlestick pattern is pretty much a sell, this being the lower low and this being the lower high. And the market pretty much made like a stair-step climb towards the 4-hour EMA, where it was also coming towards the downside. And my expectation was the market to curve and dump towards the downside, right? So this is what I was aiming for, and lucky me, this is what's happening right now. So one of the reasons for the entry is when I saw this particular shift of structure, right? So like I said, this market was making a lower low and then a lower high and then a lower low, and when this candle printed out, it broke this lower low, it broke this previous structure point, shifting the structure from a sell into a buy. And ever since then, it was making higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. And this particular candle over here was the one that broke the structure, forming a new lower low. And this was the shift of structure, which was my entry point. And at the same time, it engulfed 1, 2, 3 candles, in fact 4 candles, right? It engulfed all these candles, creating a very strong 1-hour engulfing sell candle, which indicated that I can enter over here. Now the 1-hour EMA was coming over here, and this acted as a support. Of course, there was an indecision doji candle and the market reversed back up. I did not enter yet, but as the market was dumping back towards the downside, I realized that hey, it did not take out my previous structure point, right? So that was my key to say that hey, probably this is where I enter, right? Now bear in mind that it has not broken the 1-hour EMA when I entered. This is exactly where did I enter, this is exactly where I entered. But if I go to the 2 hours, I see that the market was pretty much forming this sort of curvature, right? So when I saw this sort of curvature and the 2-hour EMA was coming in, I recognized this pattern from my previous trades, that whenever the market does something like this and the EMA comes on top of it, it tends to rally towards the downside. So this was my entry point, and right now the market is indeed rallying towards the downside. In fact, if I go to the 4-hour candlestick pattern, you can see similar curve over here and the EMA coming on top, marking that it's going to continue to rally towards the downside. I can remove this 1 hour now. So yeah, so I'm in this trade currently, and I'm going to continue to hold. Now the beautiful part is, this was not the only trade that I saw that I aimed for that has been acting this way. I can see similar pattern formed in GBP USD. You can see that GBP USD, if I were to go to the 2-hour candlestick pattern, you can see the same thing happened over here. The curve and then the 2-hour EMA coming on top of it indicated that hey, you might want to enter here, the market's going to dump down. And that's exactly what the market did. And if I go to the 4-hour candlestick pattern, you can see similar curve, and the EMA is coming, well, this is slightly above, but it's still coming towards the downside, pushing the market towards the downside. So GBP USD was a sell, right? NZDUSD, the trade that I entered, was a sell. Euro USD as well, you can clearly see the 4-hour candlestick was curving, right? And the EMA was coming over here, and this eventually dumped towards the downside. So you can see very similar patterns over here. This is one of my personal favorite entry points whenever I see this curvature, and the EMA is also acting as a resistance, and you see like clear wicks but it cannot break through. That is your entry point. Now All three USD pairs was pretty much a sell. I did not enter the other two trades, GBP USD or Euro USD. I just wanted to pick one. And the reason I picked it, because to make the risk to reward make sense, right? Unfortunately, this stop loss is within this box over here. If I was able to scale up to here, then it would have been a good entry point and I would have entered Euro USD, but I could not catch the trade. I missed catching the trade actually. I was aiming for something like this at the point where I was looking at it. So I was aiming for like a potential 1 to 2 where the stop loss is somewhere around close to this ending of this box or slightly above. But to be fair, I missed on the trade and the market already rallied. So I do not want to chase the trade. I left it be. And the moment you come down like this in order to chase the trade does not make sense to me anymore, because at any point of time, just because to make the 1 to 2 risk reward, I bring down like this and I chase the trade, the market could literally pull back, wick me out, right? Wick me out and continue towards that direction. And I could still be correct, but I would have been wicked out and I would have been stopped out from the trade. So I do not want to enter a trade or chase a trade like that. So I did not enter Euro USD. And also GBP USD, same thing as well. I did not want to chase the trade. Ideally, this was my entry point. I was expecting to enter somewhere here. When this particular candle printed out something like this, I was expecting for this pullback. And if I go down to the 30 minutes candlestick, right? So I was expecting for a good pullback after this candle printed out over here. But ever since then, I was waiting, but I never really got that pullback. And the market continued to rally all the way down. And I chose not to chase the trade despite having a very good entry over here, because if I were to enter somewhere around here chasing for the trade, in order for the trade to make sense, my risk to reward to make sense, now I have to come all the way down here. The market could easily come back and retest this resistance area before continuing towards the downside. I'll just get stopped out for no reason. So yeah, that's what I did. I did not want to chase the trade. I compared all three trades. For me, New Zealand dollar, US dollar, right, made sense, the most sense, because my stop loss placement is at a place where if it hits, I'm completely wrong with the trade. I'm completely wrong in terms of the direction, and the market is going to continue to rally towards the upside, right? So that is the reason in why I entered this trade. Now, having said that, New Zealand dollar, GBP USD, Euro USD, all these pairs were a sell. So my expectation was for gold to also sell because it's XAUUSD. So all USD pairs are selling. So when I went to XAUUSD, which is gold, essentially, I saw that the market, when it opened, it created a strong push towards the upside that came back to the same trend line that we were talking about in a daily time frame, right? This particular trend line that we drew from the top of the market, and we dragged it all the way down, and it became a resistance over here, a resistance over here, a resistance over here, and lately it also became a resistance over here. So because of this continuation of the downtrend, this pattern that is forming over here, I decided, you know what, if the market at any point of time comes back over here, and if it could not, like significantly pump towards the upside, and if I saw some sort of a weakening in terms of the market move, then I probably want to enter the trade somewhere around here, mainly when it's at this box near to my region. Now, to be fair, if I look at the 4-hour time frame right now, the market technically is above my particular area of interest, this box over here. It's above that. It's above the EMA as well. But the reason for the entry, if I go to the 30 minutes candlestick, right, this was the 30 minutes lowest point that it had to break, right? So if I were to draw this arrow over here, right, it was making a higher high, higher low, right, higher high, higher low, and then another higher high. It did not break here, it did not break here, came back again, did not break here, and at the same time it could not really break above this line. It did not break here as well, came back again, did not break here, and this candle was the candle that broke below. The moment this candle broke below, this was the shift of structure on a 30 minutes candlestick, right? So for me to have a shift of structure for the 1 hour candlestick, it is way below here, down here, which did not make sense to me from a risk to reward perspective. So I also went to the 2 hour candlestick, and I saw that the 2 hour candlestick printed a beautiful engulfing candle as well, right? It closed over here, breaking the 30-minute shift of structure, and also closed as an engulfing candle to confirm to me the direction. So I decided to enter for a sell over there, and that's exactly what I did. And then it broke below the EMA. Right now it's pulling back to probably come back and retest this area. I'm hoping for the market to continue to push towards the downside, eventually break this 1 hour, 2 hour structure as well, to turn the 1 hour, 2 hour into a sell as well. I don't know if that will happen, because to be fair, I'm still above this zone, so technically this is still support. It has to break below, and when it comes back up, then it's a resistance, right? However, I've set my stop loss at a place where if it hits, then I'm completely wrong as well. Now, can it do something like this previous daily candle, this previous 4 hour candle, something like this, where it creates a significant push towards the upside, but it fails and then it rallies back down? Well, that's what I'm counting for based on this candle, that it made that push and hopefully it's going to come back down. But if it chooses to make another push like that and hit my stop loss and continue to come down, then it is what it is. But I've given about 20 pips on top of this. If I go to the 30 minutes candlestick and I see the highest weak point, which is this point over here, right? I have given pretty much from this point like about 20 pips extra, which I believe is sufficient for this particular trade to play out. So I'm going to continue to hold and see what the market does. If the USD continues to become become stronger, then this market might just dump towards the downside and gold might just go all the way down here. My take profit is before the 4,000 down psychological number for a 1 to 2 risk to reward. So I'm going to continue to hold and hopefully this plays out. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's the two trade I'm currently in. I just entered, and let's see what happens the next few days. All right, so thank you so much for your time, guys, and have a good day. Take care.